guys, if you're starting to come on here. I hope everybody's doing well. This is new for me, and here I am just talking to you. Feeling a little bit silly, but I can get through this, and you can get through this, and we're all gonna get through it together, and then we're gonna be here together soon. So I'm just gonna start off stretching a little bit, and then right at 9 o'clock we'll start the class. So we'll let some people join in, and hopefully people join in. So I miss being here with everybody, and I hope you all are doing well and your family's doing well. So let's just start with some stretching here. We're gonna lay on the mat this way. I'm just gonna have us lean forward into it and stretch it out. Taking a big breath in through your nose, and you're gonna exhale as you come up. And I want you to stack those shoulders, roll them back and down, and forward into it, stretching out. Let that head relax a little bit. And slowly coming up, rolling those shoulders back and down. So remember through all of the class that whenever we're lifting our head up off the mat, we're gonna look towards that belly button or those thighs. So we never wanna be looking up towards that ceiling. And we wanna make sure that we're pressing that belly button down towards our spine or down towards that mat. It doesn't have to be pressed in super hard. You just wanna go in that direction so that you're not popping your back up off of that mat. Okay, take those legs about hip width apart, and we're just gonna stretch a little bit more. You can bend those knees if you want to. Otherwise, we're just stretching down here again. Breathing. Every time you exhale, see if you can go a little bit further into that stretch. And one more big breath in. And exhale. If you're just coming in, we haven't started the class yet, we're just kind of stretching here a little bit, waiting a little bit more for everybody to come in. Okay, you can bring those legs in here for an inner thigh stretch. And if you would like to press those knees down, don't bounce, you can press them down a little bit and lean into it. And again, you're still practicing breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. So big breath in, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. See if you can sink a little bit further. And as soon as you feel the stretch, that's right where you're supposed to be. So don't feel like you have to force those legs down or anything. Just get a good stretch on that inner thigh, around those hip flexors that I'm sure are tight. With those hands right here, roll those shoulders back and down. Press back with those hands a little bit and just stay nice and tall. We're gonna be stretching nice and long today. Breathing. And just really quick to remind anybody who's new or who's forgotten, whenever we're doing any of these moves, if our head is up off the mat, you can always put it down if your neck is bothering you, or if you have a delicate back, you can keep those legs lower. And I'll show you a few options during the class. But this is for everybody, and we just have to pay attention to our own body, and however you feel comfortable doing the exercises is what I want you to do, because we want you to feel great when the class is over. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and start here, you guys. So we're gonna scooch here to the front part of our mat, and we're gonna roll down. And when I say roll down, I want you to go vertebrae by vertebrae. So my hands are gonna be right here to help me, just to start off. And I'm gonna roll down, looking towards my belly button or those thighs, nice and slow, slow, slow. Hitting that lower back first. And then I want you to stretch it out, nice and long. Okay. And while you're here, I want you to take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, press that belly button down towards that mat, like you're trying to get space, or not have space between that back and that mat. Okay. And relax. Take a big breath in through your nose. As you exhale, press that belly button down. Feel like you're zipping up some pants or something, really press that down. And relax. more big breath in. Exhale. Walk those legs in a little bit. Bring those arms around. Give yourself a big hug. So breathing is important in any exercise you do, but my thing is just remember to breathe. I'll give you some hints here and there, but don't worry about the breathing so much. Just trying to keep nice form, because I trust that you will breathe. Hopefully you'll breathe. All right, so let's go ahead and bring those knees here to our tabletop position, and I want your knee and your hip lined up. So we shouldn't be here or here. We're gonna be right here. I'm gonna practice that breathing a little bit more so that we feel like those abs are engaged. So put those hands close to your side. Okay, keep them lined up. You're taking a big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, I want you to think about pressing that belly button into the mat. Keep those shoulders loose. Keep that neck loose. Just hang in here. And relax. Big breath in through your nose. Exhale, press that belly button down. And relax. You should start feeling those abdominals right now if you're keeping it lined up right here, because it takes a lot to keep those knees lined up. Big breath in. Exhale, I want you to hold it right here. Make sure that those shins are straight. That could come by and set something down on them there. And relax. Hold this position right here. We're gonna drop our left leg and we're gonna bring it together. I'm staying hip width apart on these leg drops, so I've got a little bit of a space here. And lift. And lower. Press that belly button down, lift. Lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. Try not to bring that knee too far forward. Lift. Lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. Belly buttons pressed. Lower. And lift. If your back is delicate, you can make them really small and you're still going to feel it, I promise. And lift. Lower. And lift. Or all the way down. Lift. Almost there. And lift. And lower. And lift. Last one, lower. And lift. Bring those legs in for a second. And again, just rock back and forth. So right now, we are just warming up those abs. So you really want to concentrate on making sure that you're focused on those abdominals. So Pilates is a lot about core, which I'm sure you've heard. But even when we move on to other exercises, you're still going to have to figure out how to engage that core to keep balance. So focusing on that for the first part is really a necessity here. So bringing those legs back to that tabletop. If your back tends to arch, you can put your hands underneath your bottom for this, or you can put them tight to your side, or you can start taking them out here. But remember, you're focusing on that back. So if I get my hip bones and my knees lined up, I'm going to take a big breath in. I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to lower those legs going 1, 2, 3. That's as far as I want you to lower them. Okay, take a big breath in and come up 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're pressing that belly button down as you lower. 2, 3. Press that belly button down as you lift. 2, 3. Belly buttons pressed as you lower. 2, 3. Let those feet kind of hang. Press that belly button down as you lift. 2, 3. Belly buttons pressed as you lower. 2, 3. Press that belly button down as you lift. 2, 3. Belly buttons pressed as you lower. 2, 3. Don't forget to breathe. Press that belly button down as you lift. 2, 3. One more like this. Keep that belly button pressed. Lowering. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna hold it here. And sometimes I have a joke for you. I have no joke, or at least I can't think of one right now. but we're just gonna hold it here. And again, I'm just gonna say that I pray you all are doing so well. I know it's been so hard. And press that belly button down and lift, 2, 3, and bring those knees in. Very good. Roll those shoulders back and down, because sometimes we get up here with those shoulders, but I want you to be down here with those shoulders. Very nice. Loosen up that head. Breathing. All right, we're gonna bring those legs right up here to towards that ceiling. If your knees need to be bent, totally fine. Don't worry about that. But again, your hands are gonna have to be underneath your bottom if you arch your back, tight to your side if you're getting stronger, or bringing them out this way. So let's put those hands, I'm gonna start with mine right by my side. Okay, legs are up. We're gonna slowly lower them. Going 1, 2, 3. You're gonna hold it, press that belly button down, and lift. 2, 3. Hold it, press that belly button down, lowering. 1, 2, 3. Hold it, lifting up, going. 1, 2, 3. Hold, press that belly button as you lower. 2, 3, and see how I'm not going down too far, and lifting up. 2, 3. If my legs start dropping down too far, 1, 2, 3, I want you to start moving those arms out, lifting. 1, 2, 3. Lowering. 1, 2, 3. Press that belly button down and lift. 2, 3. And lower. 2, 3. And lift. 2, 3. Almost there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Press that belly button down and lift. 2, 3. And bring those knees in. Very nice. Again, let's rock back and forth. You can straighten those legs out a little bit and give yourself a little bit of a pull here. Breathing. Flex those feet a little bit. Bring those knees back in, and we're gonna rock up to a seated position here. So wherever your feet kind of landed is where I want you to stay. And we're gonna put those hands right underneath these knees right here. Those elbows are gonna be out, and I've got a space in, I'm gonna turn this way for you. I've got a space, like a ball could go right here for that space, because when I go back, I'm putting a C curve into my back. And I'm going all the way back till those arms are straight. When I come forward, I still want to look at that belly button, and I'm going to kind of just dive in here, right between the knees. Okay, as I roll back, I'm putting a C curve in that back. Rolling, still looking towards that belly button. Arms are going to be straight. Coming up, keeping that nice and rounded. Coming back up. And dive through. Make sure this way for you. Keep going here. Okay, coming back. C curve in that back. Looking towards that belly button. Slowly coming back up. And down. And one more like this. Try looking at that belly button or those thighs. You're going to hold it here for a second. Keep looking at the belly button. Keep that chin tucked in. Back is rounded. Coming up nice and slow, 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 slow. Perfect. And now we're going to roll all the way back down. Nice and controlled. Don't let that body just drop down there. Perfect. And we are going to start with our single leg circles. When we do our single leg circles, they go across to the inside of the body, and they only go out here a little bit. So I'm not going to drop my leg all the way out here when I do this. Our hands are tight to our side. Okay? This leg can be bent or straight, but I want a flexed foot. Okay? Take that leg across the body, drop down and lift. Okay? So across, down and lift. Cross down and lift. Cross down and lift. Cross down and lift. on. Cross down and lift. Cross down and lift. Cross down and lift. Last one this way and lift. Now if you need to bend that leg ever, that's fine, and you don't have to make the motion so big. But now we're gonna go down, cross, and lift. Down, cross, and lift. Holding these hips tight. Down, cross, and lift. Down, cross, and lift. Down, cross, and lift. Down, cross, and lift. And I'm gonna say you guys are doing excellent because I'm sure you are. So keep going and lift. Down, cross, and lift. One more, down, cross, and lift. Bring that knee in, give it a good stretch. Roll those shoulders back and down. And breathe here for a second. And go ahead and extend that right leg out and bring that left knee in. Give it a good stretch. And again, we're raising that up towards that ceiling. You'll see that I point my toe a lot. If you get cramps in your feet, you do not have to point those toes, no worries. And you can, again, make these a little bit smaller circles. Cross down and lift. I'm crossing that body and lift. Cross down, lift. Cross down and lift. Beautiful, and lift. I know you're doing great. Lift. Cross down and lift. Cross down and lift. Cross down and lift. One more this way. Hold. Now down. Take it across that body. Lift. Here's 2. Lift. And 3. Hold these hips tight. And 4. No hula dancing. 5. 6. Don't forget to breathe. There's so many rolls. 7. And 8. And oh my yikes. Bring that knee in. Stretch it, stretch it. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Very good. Bring that other knee in. Give yourself a big hug here. And again, just rock back and forth. And we're going to get ready to do our rollover. And our rollover, some people might find it a little bit difficult, especially if they have like a shorter torso. So give yourself a chance to get this down. And if you need to, use your hands or your husband or wife to help you get up. So let's go ahead and take those legs out nice and long. Toes towards the ceiling, okay? Arms are gonna be stretched out, but not all the way back because we don't wanna arch that back. So they're gonna be here. On the count of 3, I'm gonna tuck my chin in and lift up. So 1, 2, 3, lift it up, and I want you to reach over. And really just hang here for a second. And now we're gonna slowly come back down. Remember that lower back is what we're trying to get to the mat first. And back. And 1, 2, 3, tuck that chin. And reach over. And slowly go back. Very good. And 1, 2, 3, lift. And over. And slowly go down. And again, remember you can use these hands to help you come down. Okay, we're all getting stronger. And you know what happens if you take a couple weeks off Pilates, you feel like you're starting all over again. So give yourself a break on that too. Okay, we're gonna do that 3 times fast now. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, lift and over, roll down and back. Lift and over, roll down and back. Last one, lift, roll over, and lower, 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 and let those arms come down. Bring those knees in, kind of rock back there a little bit, and arms are gonna go around. We're gonna get ready for our series of 5 abs. And our first one is our single leg stretch. So I'm going to keep both knees in there. I'm going to have you put both hands on top of your left knee. And your right leg is going to go out to about a 45. Don't drop it down here. It's going to be right here, okay? If you're up for it, lift that head, neck, and shoulders off the mat and look towards your belly button or the spine. You can rest your head if you need to. You're going to pull that leg, 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2. Elbows out, 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2. Look at that belly button, 1, 2, and switch. 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 1, 2. Now switch back, hold it right here. If you need to rest your head, rest your head. Otherwise, we're doing 8 fast. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring both knees in and let that head relax. Roll those shoulders back and down. Breathing, breathing. And now we're in the perfect position for our double leg stretch. Okay, again, if you have a delicate neck, don't lift it up during this one. Keep it right here on the mat. I'm going to show you both versions, okay? If your neck is fine, you're going to roll up into a ball, and we're going to stretch out nice and long. When you stretch out like this, my arms aren't going to be all the way here, and my back or my legs aren't dropping too much. Bring them back around. If your back is tries to take over, or your neck hurts, just go right like this. You're going to feel the same thing. Okay, so everybody should be stretching out long. Pulling back in. Stretching out long. Press that belly button in and pull back in. Okay, stretching out. And bring it back in. And again, if you have that head up off that mat, stretch out, but don't take those arms too far back. Okay, stretch out nice and long. Bring them back around. One more, stretch it out nice and long. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And bring it back around and let that head come down. Breathing, breathing. And as we're here, we're just gonna stay here as we take that right leg up towards the ceiling. And that left leg is gonna go out to a 45. I want you to roll that head, neck, and shoulders off the mat and grab onto whatever you can. Your hamstrings here, your calves, whatever. We're gonna pull towards us, 1, 2, and switch, 1, 2. Again, your head can be down, 1, 2, and switch, 1, 2. And 1, 2, and switch, 1, 2. Notice that this leg is not dropping too far because we want to stay nice and controlled. And 1, 2, and 1, 2. Looking towards that belly button, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. One more on each side, 1, 2, and last one, 1, 2. Bring both legs together. Let that head relax. Bring those knees in. And again, roll the shoulders back and down. Breathing. I hope you're still breathing with me. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Getting ready for that double leg drop. So we did something similar at the beginning of class. But now we're going to put one hand on top of the other. And go ahead and just cradle the back of your head. When we're doing these, you gotta make sure that those elbows stay out and they're never coming in here. Take both legs up towards the ceiling, okay? Raise that head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Look towards that belly button and those thighs. Flex those feet, and we're gonna lower. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna point those toes and lift for 1. Flex those feet. 1, 2, 3. Point those toes, lift for 1. And lower. 1, 2, 3. Point and lift. Lowering. 1, 2, 3, point and lift, and lower, 1, 2, 3, point and lift, and lowering, 1, 2, 3, point and lift, lowering, 1, 2, 3. Make sure that belly button's tucked, and remember modified, you can come down here, 2, 3. You can also bend those knees if you need to, and lower, 1, 2, 3, point and lift, and 1, 2, 3, point and lift. One more like this, take it, 1, 2, 3, point and lift. Bring those legs in again, very nice. Shake it out a little bit, shake it out. Because we are gonna do our last in the series of 5, which is everybody's all-time favorite, and it's the crisscross. And I know you're like at home going, woo, yay, crisscross. Okay, I'm excited here too. Put one hand on top of the other. Okay, right here. You're still gonna look towards that belly button or those thighs. You're gonna straighten that, or bring that left leg out, and my right knee is gonna be bent. I am twisting with my armpit towards my knee, not my elbow, my armpit. And then switch. And then switch. They're really tiny. And switch. And switch. And switch. Ooh, don't forget to breathe. Switch. And switch. And breathe. And breathe. Now we're gonna do 8 fast. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bring both legs in and lower. And yay, we got through that. So put those feet down. We got to do that. That's what I should say. Not we got through. We did it. Okay, keep those feet down here for a second. And we are gonna do just some stretching. But it's going to be so important that you keep those hips planted onto the mat. So nobody should be lifting their bottom off of the mat for this. I'm going to have you take that left leg up. You can extend this all the way straight or here, however you feel most comfortable. But I'm going to cross this leg over my body, and I'm going to cross it just a little bit, and I'm going to pull it towards me. So that I should feel a stretch right in here, which are those hip flexors. And you might feel some pain here. Going down. It's a good pain. It should be a good pain. If it hurts, it's because you do need to stretch it out. But this is what I don't want. I don't want you all the way here off that mat. Okay, your leg is just crossing a little bit. As you pull it, if you want to flex that foot even a little bit, you'll get more of a pull. If you need to bend that leg a little bit, that's okay. We're just breathing, breathing. Now you're going to take this leg out to the side, stabilize yourself on the other side, and pull that leg towards you, okay? Again, you're still stretching all right in here. The more you pull that leg towards you, the more of a stretch you're going to get in the right place. I'm not necessarily concerned with how far you can drop that leg. Okay, holding it here, flexing that foot. And now bring it back to that center. Go across that body again, just a little bit. Don't let this bottom come off the mat. And if you have not done Pilates for a few weeks, or anything for a few weeks, this is going to be a super hard stretch, right? So breathe through it. And one more, taking it out to the side just a little bit. Pull it towards you if you need a better stretch. Flex that foot. Breathing, breathing. Bring that leg to the center. Go ahead and pull that knee in a little bit for a stretch. And now we're going to switch it up. So now, right leg goes up. This leg can stay bent or it can go out, whichever feels best for you. I'm going to take this foot across my body and I'm going to flex it. And again, you're trying to really get a stretch here in those hip flexors, the IT band. All of that gets so tight, and even when we're sitting, it seems to get a little bit more tight. So if you're like, I haven't really been doing that much, That's probably why it's so tight. Okay, flexing that foot, breathing. And now we're gonna take it out and cross that body a little bit. Pull that leg towards you. So you see I don't have it drop too far down this way. I have it more pulling this way to get that stretch. And just holding it here. Breathing. And taking it across, nice and slow. Don't let that hip come off that mat. Stay right here. Flexing that foot. Beautiful. Breathing, breathing. And again, taking this foot out for the last one. Taking it out and pulling it closer to you. The more you flex that foot, the more you're going to feel that stretch in that hamstring. So it feels too tight, just relax it a little bit. But otherwise, challenge yourself to get it stretched out there. Breathing again. So important to breathe. In through your nose and out. And bring that knee in. Give it a good stretch. Perfect. And bring that other knee in. We are going to roll up, and you know that we have to roll like a ball, like no matter what. Just because you're not in here with me, you still have to do it. It's so good for the back, but it's just fun to practice too. So I want you to scoot yourself to the front part of the mat. And I can't even see you guys to like laugh or anything. So you can laugh at me if I go off the mat, which I might. Okay, so we are going to put those hands either underneath your knees, or you can wrap them around. Whatever's most comfortable. What I'm looking for is for you to find that balance. Okay, so my feet are up off the mat, and I'm gonna tuck in. When I come back, I wanna stay right here to this spot, not go too far forward. So tucking that chin in, 1, 2, 3, roll back, and come up. The one thing I want you thinking about is going nice and slow and controlled for these first few. So lowering, and lift. And here's 3, nice and slow, and lift. Do one more nice and slow and controlled, rolling back, lifting up. I'm gonna say you did perfect. Now we're gonna go 6 fast. So here we go, back, and lift, and 2, and lift, and 3, and lift, and 4, lift, 5, lift, and 6, and lift. Very good. I know you did amazing. Scooch back here, okay? We're gonna take those feet to the corner of the mat. Toes are gonna be up towards that ceiling. You wanna keep them really nice and flexed. We're gonna do a spine stretch forward. Now, when we do this, it's not can you reach your toes, it's can you pull that belly button into the spine and make a good C curve with your back. So we're gonna come up here like we're sleepwalking. Our arms are gonna stay here. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, pull that belly button in towards the spine and lean forward. Let that head relax. Take a big breath in. Exhale as you come up and stack. One on top of the other. Okay, as you breathe in, lift up tall. Big breath in. Exhale, over, pull that belly button in towards that spine, round that back. Inhale. Exhale, coming up, so slow, and stack. Big breath in. Lift up tall. Exhale, reach. Holding it here. You're reaching forward. Somebody's trying to pull you back. Big breath in. Exhale, coming up, and slowly bring this down. Don't drop those arms all the way yet. We're going to bring them out to the side for our saw. I want to be able to see my hands and my peripheral vision. Okay? We are going to take a big breath in. Exhale, twist. Lean towards that pinky toe with that pinky finger, 1. Go a little bit further, 2. And that last one, 3. Hold it. Coming up to that center. So we don't want to bounce, but we are stretching. So big breath in. Exhale, twist. Over towards that pinky toe, 1. A little bit further, 2. And that last one, 3. Hold. Coming up to that center. Nice job. Lift up tall. Exhale, twist. Over, 1. A little bit further, 2. And now last one, 3. Hold. Coming up to that center. Last one, big breath. Exhale, twist. And reach, 1. A little bit further, 2. And now last one, 3. Hold. Coming up to that center. And let those arms drop because I know they're getting heavy. Very good. Your shoulders are kind of tight. Roll. So I have a new one for you. So it'll be new for those who've never joined me, new for everybody, okay? I want you to stay nice and tall, and I'm gonna have you bring your left knee in towards you, okay? All I want you to do to start off with is lift that leg up and lower it down. Elbows are out. Lift and lower and lift. Hold that lift right there. Bring those hands up if you can, okay? You can keep it bent if you need to. But you're gonna lean back and bring that leg with you. And the tricky part is not to roll all the way back. So some of you are back there right now. It's okay, just get back up. Okay, we're gonna hold it right here. I'm gonna keep my leg here, but I'm gonna now bring my body up, right? So now I'm gonna be kind of tall, or I'm trying to be tall. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a C curve in, and I'm gonna bring that leg back with me again. Okay, now I want you to walk that hand down that leg, and walk it back up, and then sit up nice and tall again. And take this leg and cross it over the other one to open up those hip flexors here. So I kind of am in a figure 4 here. So just hold it here, be nice and tall. Let this knee drop. Breathing. And then go ahead and lean into it forward, stretching it out. And come back up, and let's switch it out. So now we've got that right knee coming in. Our hands are going to be underneath our knee. We're just going to drop it down, lift up. Here's 2, lift, and 3, lift, hold it, walk those hands up. So we're right here. I'm going to lean back, and I'm going to bring that foot with me. And just trying to put that C curve into my back, okay? When I come up, I'm gonna lift up nice and tall. And now C curve in that back again. See if you can come back a little bit further. And walk those hands down your leg. And walk them back up. And now pull yourself up nice and tall. Holding it here, and cross that leg over, and pressing down. You can kind of just shift it down here. You don't have to like press on it, but make sure you're stretching out that hip flexor so that you are feeling it. Big breath in, exhale. Go ahead and lean forward into this stretch. Breathing in and out. Very nice. Now we're going to come up here and go ahead and bring your feet together. And we're going to lean forward into this. So I'm trying to think with our time here. I'm going to do arms on the mat to work those triceps, and then we'll do our side kicks. Then we'll finish up with some stretching. And again, I know you guys are doing awesome, so not worried at all. Roll those shoulders back and down. Breathing. And forward into it. Holding it here. Stretching, stretching. And coming up nice and tall. Hands are here. Roll those shoulders back. And I want you to pretend like you have something like a walnut in between your shoulder blades. And just squeeze that walnut together. Holding it, holding it. Very good. So we're going to roll over to our stomach on this mat here. And we're going to do some arms. And what's really important with this to save that lower back is to make sure that you have your toes pressed into that mat, because if you do this, then your back is going to take over. And we want to make sure that we're just working those arms, okay? Those hands are going to be right here by your side, by your chest, and those elbows are going to be in tight, okay? I'm not lifting up to a cobra. I'm coming up here, and you see how my hips are still on that mat, okay? Slowly lower down. Lift up. Slowly lower. Elbows are tucked tight. Lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Squeeze those glutes when you come up. Lift. And lower. Toes are in the mat. Lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Now we're going to go up fast and down slow. So lift up. Slowly bring it down. And lift. And slowly bring it down. And lift. And slowly down. One more like this. Lift up and slowly down. But you're not done. Don't take those arms away, because now we're going to go up slow, down fast. Okay? So slow, 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 and down. Slow, 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 and down. Slowly up and down. And slowly lift and down. Very nice. Take those arms out, stretch it out. Bring them around here to the small of your back. Stretch back. Perfect. Take like a 2-minute snooze. I could sleep for a second. Holding it here. Hands are going to go by your chest as you lift back. And sit back into it, stretching. Breathing, breathing. And coming back down to that mat. Okay, and again, if you have been with me before, this one looks a lot more difficult than actually is. So try it with me. But we're going to lift up. Again, this is for your arms. You're going to take a leg over, bring it back, and lower your body down. So lift, go to the other side, bring it back, and down. Lift. This is for your triceps. So I want you feeling it on those arms and down. Lift. Take it over. Bring it back and down. Lift and over. Back and down and lift. Take it over and back and down. One more on each side. Lift. Take it over and back and down and lift. Take it over and back and okay, stretch it. Stretch it out. Bring those hands again right around here. Stretch. Breathing, breathing. And we are going to get ready for our side kicks. Ooh, so all you have to do is roll over to your side and line your body up with the back part of the mat. So here's the thing. You can be here if you want to, or you can be here. Doesn't matter to me. I just want your hips stacked on top of each other. This hand is your stabilizer. It goes right here. Bring those feet to the corner of the mat. So I'm in a pike position now, not too far forward, not too far back. Okay, flex that foot, and I just want you to lift and lower down. So here's 2 and lower. 3 and lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it hip width apart for little tiny circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold that leg there. Make sure everything's nice and firm here because we're gonna kick, kick, and point it back for 1. And so it's a kick, kick, and back. Flex, flex, and back. Flex, flex, and back. And forward, forward, and back. Use your stabilizer. And back so you don't roll forward. And back. 2. And back. 1, 2. And back. 1, 2. And back. Last 1, 2. Bring it back and down. You can tap it out, whatever you need. Tap, tap, tap. We're just going to work those inner thighs. It's not going to be a lot of side kicks today because as normal, I'm running out of time here. So this leg can come up here or I can go across here, but we're working the inner thigh. So you're bringing it in and we're going to lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now hold it here for circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Don't let it drop yet. We're going to lift that toe up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ooh, very good. Okay, we get other side. Yay! Take it over. Same thing over here, okay? Stretch out nice and long on the back part of that mat. You can be here or here. And this is your stabilizer. Right here, so you're not hula dancing. Bring those legs up to the corner of the mat, okay? You should feel like you're stacked on top of each other. And I'm going to talk for a second because I know it takes some of you a little bit longer to roll over to this side. So we're going to hang here for a second. Make sure your body is stacked up, hip on hip, hand is here. Flex that foot and lift and lower. And 2 and lower. 3, lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now bring it hip width apart for those tiny circles. They're so tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now keep that foot flexed. We're going to kick, kick, point back. So you're squeezing those glutes. Kick, kick, and point. Forward, forward, and point. Flex that foot, and point. Here's 4, and point, and 5, and point. 6, point. Flex, flex, and point. One more. Flex, flex, point back, and bring them together. And just tap out if you need to tap out. bring this leg in. Okay, working on this inner thigh. So here we go, it's a lift. Lower, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Flex that foot for circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's getting so heavy. Point that toe up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it down. Very good. Roll over onto your back. We're going to stretch those glutes for a second. Okay, bring that knee in and just hold it here. So we're rounding up here. We've got just a few more minutes. We're going to stretch it out. And I'm just going to tell you guys how much I missed you. I missed you so much. And I should have really recorded any sounds of pain that you had during class so that I could keep that with me and play it right now. So I don't get to see you guys or hear you guys. So just feeling lonely. Holding it. Go ahead and switch it. Bring it in. Big breath in and out and in and out. One more big breath in. Exhale. This time I want you to cross that leg over and I want you to keep that back leg straight. And now you lift up, grab onto whatever you can grab on and bring it back with you. So your head is still going to be relaxed, but you want to really pull that leg. We're going to do big circles, like ankle popping circles going in one direction and the other. And flex and point, flex and point, and flex that foot, pull it towards you just a little bit more, pull, pull, pull. And let's switch it up. Okay, I'm gonna reach up and grab onto whatever I can here and bring it with me as I come down. Big ankle circles. You really wanna stretch them out. Remember, that's your balance, starting with those toes and those ankles. Breathing. Flex and point, flex and point and flex. Hold that flex, pull that leg towards you. You should feel a really good stretch in those hamstrings. Breathing. Very good. Bring both knees in, roll it up, and that is, we're going to breathe really quick, and then that's going to be at the end for class. So I want you to come up for downward dog to stretch out those calves. So if you can just come around here, stretch it out. Breathing. And then we're going to walk it up. And slowly, slowly, slowly rolling up. Roll those shoulders back and down. I'm going to turn towards you here. We're going to open up those shoulders a little bit with a stretch back. So I want you to stretch all the way back. Open up those arms nice and wide. Take a big breath in. And then you're going to slowly drop it down. Let that head hang. Let those arms hang. Beautiful. Rounding up, thinking about that lower back the whole way up, and come all the way back. Big breath in. Exhale, come down, press through, let that head